So today I am going to be doing Billy the Kid. It's not a great picture. It's one of the rare ones of him apparently. So as you can see, it's very old. It's in bad shape. You can barely see his legs. But he is there, and I reckon I can do some good to fix it. So I'm going to try and bring him out more, and then I'm going to colour him in as well. So just move my Wacom tablet into a better position. Right, we'll get started. So first things first, I want to try and get a good base for working on him. So I like to go to camera raw filter. In there, I'm just going to play with the contrast a little bit. Okay, we'll bring up the exposure to get it much cleaner. Bring the blacks down a bit. Bring up the whites. Down the whites, let's have a see. I might leave that where it is. And clarity. We could bring down the clarity, and that kind of gets rid of some of the mess that he's in. Dehaze. There, that's quite good there. So now we can play with the contrast a little bit more. There he is, just coming out. Not quite as good looking as Emilio Estevez from Young Guns. That's Hollywood for you. And we'll up the sepia value here, so the temperature really, just putting the temperature up so it's a bit warmer. There we are. Might do the contrast a little bit more. Maybe the blacks a little bit more, bringing. That's quite good. I quite like that. You can see a lot there. So already we're fixing it. Okay, so what I might do actually is I will select all and copy. Okay, then I will undo the changes that I've made there, and I will paste. So now, okay, that was a bit of a long-winded way of doing that, but now I've just got that there so that we can do a comparison at the end. That's what I wanted to do. So we'll work on the one that I've just done. So next I want to go to select and select subject, and we'll let Photoshop, not Apple, we'll let Photoshop select him. Okay, so it hasn't done a particularly good job. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to select it myself. So I'm going to go to the selection tools and pick quick selection tool. Okay, so I will speed through this. Then I'm going to go to add. So I've already been using the minus to take out the things I didn't want. Now I'm going to move to the add squares. So it's two squares overlapping each other, both of them filled in with white. And that will add to what I've already cut out. Now obviously you can spend a lot more time, as I can, like really getting this to be perfect. Okay. But I'm doing this really as a demonstration of showing the power of what you can actually do. Oops, I should have picked minus, which I have now. Okay, so now we've got him. We can do select, and we can copy, edit, paste. Okay, now with this we can do another cool thing. So we can do hold down Control and then left click on the layer that has him in it. It will automatically select him. Then you can go to select inverse, edit, copy, edit. Okay, so then you've got that. Then what you can do is you can hold down Control and left mouse button. That will select everything inside that layer. Then you can go down to the previous layer, go select inverse, edit, copy, edit, paste, and now we have the background separated from little Billy. Okay, so now we are going to have to get in and get heavy. So go to your stamp tool, which is here. So now you can hold down Alt, and I select an area that is very close to the bit that I want to fix. And handily, I don't know when they did this, but they've done it now, where it actually has a piece of what's been picked. So now I can put that over a spot I don't like. So I can keep doing that over areas that I think we can clean up. So we've got a mark here. He's got this sort of weird mark over his eyes. I don't know if they're real or whether they should go, so we'll take him out. So we'll try and follow a kind of eye shape. So we can also go from here, select that, go over to here and start painting in around there where his other eye is. And already we're starting to make some progress on making this guy look more like he did back in the day before he had what looks like coffee spilt all over him. Okay, so I've just highlighted him again, just got all the marching ants around him. So now I am going to try to bring out a few more characteristics of him. So I think I'll go back to camera raw filter. Eventually loading up. Probably do the clarity a little bit more, a little less. Let's see what we can get to look right. So that's quite good, doesn't it? There, I think we can see him quite clearly there actually. There you go, really sort of brought him out now. There we go, there he is. So click OK. Right, now I can move the original to the top. So that's what we did have, and this is what we've got. Managed to sort of wangle out some of this stuff. Blur filter the background that he's got on. Yeah, that sort of brings him out much better. See, so by blurring it more, bring him to the front. Okay, so I'll do that. Now I can put on the mask, which is down here. It's the box with a circle in the middle. Go over to my brush. I'm going to start revealing this board that's next to him, because it's in the midground with him. So we've got midground, background and foreground. So my plan is to leave things that are in the background blurry and things that are in the foreground blurry. See? So now I can take it a little bit further. So I'm going to make a new layer. I'm going to change this layer to colour. Okay, so here's what my plan is. Take my dropper tool and I will pick his cardigan, and over here I've got his cardigan colour. Now that's all well and good. Now I can pick any colour I want. So now I can change the colour of that because I've got it set to colour. So trying to keep it sort of in sort of the same idea as the Wild West. We don't want it to be too colourful. Okay, so I've selected like sort of bluish, very light blue. This is basically the blue that was the same colour as his top because it's the same grade. I haven't moved it around to get a higher colour. So now, let me zoom in and show you. Okay. Oh, he was not a looker. Okay. So now you see we can start colouring things in. Okay, my opacity's down. If I put my opacity up, this will work better. There you go. Now don't worry if it's too strong. You can always tone it down afterwards because it's on a separate layer. Okay, so bring him a bit more into our century and give him a nice blue jumper, just like they had in the Wild West. I just get my rubber. Well, actually I don't. I can just put on my mask. Go back to my brush tool. And I can just take it back a little bit if it's gone a bit too wrong. Then I can put it back to my layer and I can carry on. So I didn't need the layer mask in the end anyway, so I can just get on with this. There he was. He was very happy in his blue cardigan. And we can pick another colour, so not changing this colour at all, just click. See, it's decided that that's there. See if we do it there. Now we can go and pick green. Okay, same thing happens then. We can just paint in . Okay, so you can go down to the opacity on that layer, on the colour layer, and you can bring that right down and you can just play with it. See, so obviously up here it's too much and they weren't that colourful, so bring it up just a little bit, just get these hints of colour. So I reckon there looks quite good. So I've got that on 22% opacity. Now I can make a new colour layer, and this one will be specifically for his skin. So again, I get the dropper tool. I'm going to try and find like a sort of mid tone. So there. Going to pick white-ish, you know. Whatever was really kind of like his colour. Let's have a see. Got a bit of red in it. Let's go with that. I don't want this to be a very long video. Okay, so again, it's exactly the same sort of thing. We just pick what we want to do, and we do it. Yeah, oh no, I've done that. It's because I haven't changed it to a colour layer. See, so I'll go all the way down, find my colour. Oh, saturation. Colour. So my opacity currently is at 100%. We're going to change that when we get to the end. Okay. So do not worry. All the shading and all the complexities of his skin are already there. We're just doing an overlay of colour. Right. So we want him to match his clothes. So take it all the way down, and I know that 22% is similar to his clothes that he's got on already, so we don't really want him to be too white. There we go. So that's that. We also know that where you're warmer on your face, change that to the colour layer again. So where you're warmer on your face, that's where it's going to be redder. So I just want to take the colour that we've used and move it a bit more to there. And then you can do things where put a bit of colour in his cheeks. Right, so a bit darker under his eyes, wasn't it? Dark around here. Now we can blur that a little bit so it doesn't look so obvious, and sort of spreads it out. So take it to about there, that's quite good. And again, bring down the opacity and just gradually bring it in. Don't want to make it really obvious because it won't look right, you know. There, that's not bad. And that's Billy the Kid. Cleared up and coloured in. Okay, remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.